Welcome to the Get Missed Toy. I'm your host, James Hart, and with me is...
Bill Duncan, as always.
We're going to talk about DC Universe, Marvel Universe, projection, Bigfoot, Vortex, fanboy stuff. There's a chat window that will be... I'm told that the chat window works during and after the show, so use the chat window if you want. And what is the Marvel Universe or the DC Universe? First of all,
Well, that's another thing that I think we also should cover some Star Wars stuff too, and maybe Star Trek.
sure.
But Star Wars. So they've been releasing about maybe 2-3 movies a year, and it's like, I don't know, they're going into their third phase
Is there a new Star
of
Wars coming out?
marketing Marvel.
I saw something for
What's that?
I saw something for a new Star Wars coming out. Is that true?
Yeah, they're making a new Star Wars movie. They're actually going to have cameos from the original actors of A New Hope that went till Return of the Jedi. And yeah, it's right around after that time period. I think it's more based on a comic book, like one of the first ones that Dark Horse covered for a little while. But yeah, I mean, Star Wars and Marvel, yeah, they're the two biggest money makers, and they're both owned by Disney. It's kind of interesting.
When you talk about projection, can you project into the Marvel Universe?
Yeah, I mean, there's so many different universes out there that we can reflect our kind of thoughts and stuff. Or just accepting a place where we can just have it our own kind of like our own personal room, like our own personal realm. I mean, I'm at most peace when I'm alone with myself, like reading or just petting my cat. I don't know.
So the DC Universe is like Aquaman, Catwoman, Flash, Robin, Green Lantern,
Yeah.
Captain Marvel, Batman, Superboy.
Yeah, even though Superboy is questionable because there's a couple of them. There's a few Supermen.
Lobo, Wonder Woman, and Superman. And Marvel is Namor?
Namor.
Namor.
Namor or Namor. And he's like, or called the Subterraner or Submariner. Depends on how you pronounce those things.
Elektra, Quicksilver, Jubilee,
Yeah.
Silver Surfer, Thor, Captain America, Spider-Man, Wolverine, Storm, and Hulk.
Yeah.
So which ones mirror each other?
Well, that's kind of like would have to be with the Marvel Universe, I think. Because of all what's happening with, like, at least 2 or 3 movies a year. It's pretty impressive that they're launching out pretty much all of their franchises that they can throw at the wall. So it's kind of interesting because, yeah, it is obvious that Disney is interested in Marvel as well as Star Wars as a big friggin' moneymaker, and it's going to be huge.
I hope not. No. You hope so, right?
Yeah, it'd be interesting.
Well, we'll go to a song. This is Flaming Lips.
Asked you a question.
welcome back. I was just talking to Bill about Friedrich Nietzsche's book, Das Buch Zarathustra, which is about Superman, or Übermensch, or Overman, which is like, it predates comics. Like, this was before comics. And,
right, kind of like
and his
Mount Olympus.
Yeah. No, not Mount Olympus. That was the Zeus and all those, the Greek gods.
Yeah.
This was like Nietzsche was in like the 1800s.
Oh, okay.
And he wrote about like I'll read a bit. I lost my spot. Well, we can go on to something else. I can't find the part that I was going to read, but
okay.
It was saying that man was a bridge from an animal to a Superman, and he's talking about talking
or
about
like
being
natural
all
selection, or
it's like being all you can be. Like, you imagine this Superman, right? And then you try and be like the Superman. And the Superman kind of helps you. What?
Natural selection, Darwinism.
Not Darwinism, no. No, not natural selection.
No, like evolution and natural selection and all, like the strongest will survive kind of thing.
But the strongest doesn't really survive. What survives is what survives. What doesn't die survives. And that might be something really mediocre. Like,
but it's strong. It survived. That's what they say. That's why it survived. It's strong.
So the strong doesn't survive, though. What survives is what stays out of danger, and that could be like cowardly.
Yeah.
But like the Superman is kind of like an idea, like it's like a philosophy of to like get better yourself. You imagine a Superman, and that's kind of what comics are. They're these superheroes that people look up to, right?
Right.
So,
our highly advanced bodies, we still have no clue on how to use.
So being a fanboy is kind of like being a follower of Friedrich Nietzsche, because you're following superheroes. You have all these superheroes in your mind, and those kind of inform your life, right?
Well, I have a storyline in my life. We'd all like to see that we're kind of interesting, and you could read me like a book.
What's your story?
My ongoing life of why I exist and why even just existing is a triumph to me.
Which Marvel or DC character do you identify with the most?
I don't know. I mean, growing up, I've like looked up to a lot of different superheroes. So it was the last little while. I don't know. I always kind of like. I like the Fantastic Four. They're kind of cool. And then X-Men, of course. But I don't know. There's like a lot of cool stuff up there when it comes to like interesting storylines to be explored, like, and why sometimes it's almost like, I don't know. I'm trying to think of a word. What do you think?
With what?
With the DC and what you're asking.
What's my favorite? Which one do I identify with?
Yeah.
Amazing Spider-Man comes to mind for some reason. Maybe because of the geek with the glasses, his cover character, Peter Parker.
Yeah. And he also was Black Spider-Man too, but then Black Spider-Man is basically Venom.
Yeah.
And Venom's proved that they're more of a hero. Well, even though they're an anti-hero, they still kind of like don't show the tongue all the time. I
found the quote I was looking for. It says, "Man is a rope. Man is a rope fastened between animal and Superman, a rope over an abyss, a dangerous going across, a dangerous wayfaring, a dangerous looking back, and a dangerous shuddering and staying still. So, you think the Fantastic Four is kind of like what you identify with?
Yeah, I mean, I like both DC and Marvel now. I don't know. I just feel that some of the stuff is like it's good. I mean, they still have ideas.